you guys? It is yra.myi and I'm back again with another video. So today's video is just going to be a little update because my last video was a vlog of my last week of medical assistant school. So I am officially no longer in the classroom and on to my externship, and I kind of just wanted to do a 1 week of externship update. I really haven't been vlogging because I don't want to violate HIPAA for one, and for two, I'm trying to keep it professional. Also, I don't want any of my professional affiliations known on YouTube, so I don't want you guys to figure out what clinic I work at. Also, because my iPhone isn't working, so I really don't have a choice to vlog because I'm not lugging this big camera with me into work. But yeah, so I'm just going to get right into the update. So basically, like anybody, my very first day, I was very nervous and kind of scared. I didn't know what to expect. I really kind of just watched, and to me that was like a moderate type of day as far as patients. I think on my very first day, the girl that I shadowed, she saw maybe like 18 patients that day, which I didn't realize that for that clinic that was not a lot. So that very following day, that's when I met the lady that's mainly training me. She's like the main or head MA there, whatever you want to call her. So she's the one that's training me. And on the first day, I think there was a little, well, that's the second day. The first day I met her though, there was a little incident where I guess she got a little upset, not at me, but just at like the thing in general. So I remember being kind of like, not scared, but kind of like deterred, because I'm like, dang, like I'm not about to be dealing with this. I have to do 180 hours. But anyway, she ended up calming down, and after that she was really nice. So I really like the girl that I'm kind of shadowing under for these 180 hours. Which is good because prayer works, y'all, because I definitely went to God and kind of like pray, like, please let this lady be nice, please let this be a pleasant experience, because at the end of the day, I am here to get hands-on training and hands-on learning. So basically, by the end of my third day, I was rooming patients by myself. I really do like this, the girl that's training me, is because she shows me, but I feel like she kind of trusts me at the same time. So maybe she watched me room maybe 2 patients, and then after that she just wasn't watching anymore. She's like, okay, go get the clipboards and room these patients. So for those of you who haven't finished school yet and you don't know, when you room patients in a medical office, that's basically just getting their vitals and taking their history and stuff, seeing if they're allergic to any medications. Basically, you're just that first person that they talk to before they see the actual provider, whether that's an MP or a doctor. So I've been doing that, and y'all, this clinic is kind of a luxury from what I learned at school, because we had to get at least 4 blood pressures every week at school. But at this clinic, the blood pressure machine is automatic, so I don't even have to worry about pulling out my stethoscope and doing it. The only time you have to take a manual blood pressure is when their blood pressure is high, or you think the machine might be acting funny or faulty. That's when you go ahead and do it manually, which I know how to do manually, but it's just nice not having to do it. But I'm trying not to get too used to that, because you never know. In the medical field, there's just so many different jobs, and you can end up somewhere where you don't have a manual thing. Where you don't have an automatic thing and you do have to do it manually. So as far as the staff at my externship, I really pretty much like everyone. They all seem nice. Again, it's only been 1 week, but everybody seems nice. I like it. I feel like I'm learning a lot. It's just that difference between being in the classroom and actually doing it. It's like, I know I learned this stuff, but like, I remember the girl that's training me, she walked away and went to the restroom or whatever. And one of the providers came up to me and was like, hey, I want an A1C for room 8. And I was just like, okay. And I kind of walked off, and then I thought about it afterwards, because I'm thinking like A1C, what A1C? And then I came back to the provider and I said, you know, I'm just going to be honest, I don't know what an A1C is. And then that's when she told me it's just a finger prick. And yeah, it blew my mind, because in school we called them capillary sticks, or even like my instructor said, you never know, like a doctor may order a capillary stick. So me wanting to know everything and do everything the best, I kind of went into it farther and looked into what an A1C was, and realized that yes, this stick in the finger is a capillary stick, but the A1C is the actual test that they run when they do finger sticks. But the reason why I obviously wouldn't have known that is because in school you're just practicing, we're not actually running any tests. So that was like something new and interesting for me to learn. I don't really take long lunches at my externship because you are not getting paid. That's one of the hard things about going through a medical assistant program, is that you don't get paid for your externship. So somebody just walked past, sorry, that distracted me. So I'm trying to get my 180 hours done as fast as I can, so that way I can be back to making full-time money, because right now I'm just working at my other job, barely even part-time, like making no hours, because I'm at my externship, which is unpaid. Yeah, where was I? So another thing that I realized I kind of needed to know a little bit more about is pharmacology. In school, I'm going to be honest, I didn't pay too much attention to pharmacology because I'm just like, I'm not a pharmacist, I'm not a pharmacist tech. But now when I hear these providers, they just expect you to kind of know it, like, I want room 2 to give them some Rocephin, all that stuff, and I'm kind of just like, you know, what are these drugs? So what I've been doing is I have been taking notes in my externship. That's a tip for you, take notes. Every time I hear a doctor order a drug or something, I always kind of try and write it down and maybe go back to it later and figure out what kind of drug this was, So now that I know that Rocephin is often used for patients who have suspected STIs or STDs, and I'm just like, y'all, I never knew how many people come to clinics to get STI tests. It blows my mind. Like, y'all need to sit down. But it happens. So many people come there to get those tests. But then the reason why, you guys, I love the urgent care, and I feel like when I go on to nursing, which I'm about to do soon, but I will make totally different separate videos about that. I do want to start applying to nursing schools, and now I kind of just feel like I want to be an ER nurse because I love the urgent care, because it's so much different stuff. You don't see the same patients over and over. Like if you were to work maybe for a cardiologist, they usually have the same patients that have, you know, like heart issues or trouble monitoring their blood pressure or whatnot. But the urgent care, you never know who's going to walk through the door. And we also do a lot of drug tests, which are just quick and easy. And okay, so another funny story. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but so a patient came in with stitches in his thumb. And then so the MA that's training me, like I said, I really like her because I feel like she's teaching me, and then she kind of like has that faith like that I'll remember or know. And she told me like, okay, we're going to go take stitches out. She said if they're not in too tight, then you could take some of them out. And I'm thinking, mind you guys, this is like the end of the week, so this is my 5th day there. And so I look left, I look right. I'm like, who's gonna take some of them out? Like, I'm not up for it. And she's like, yeah, no, you're going. And she's like, they're not in there too tight. You're gonna watch, and then you're gonna take some out. And I was like, oh my goodness. But thank God the provider didn't want the stitches to come out anyway. She said, you know, it wasn't healed enough. So we left the stitches in there. So now I'm kind of afraid, because I know next week she's gonna be expecting me to be taking some stitches out, which is going to be really cool, but I just don't feel that confident with it yet, because in school, obviously it's just practicing. We did it on like a fake mannequin dummy, but I've never taken real stitches out of somebody, so I'm just really afraid. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know I am enjoying my externship. If you guys are still in MA school, just keep pushing forward, and your externship will be here before you know it. Don't give up, just keep pushing, because it's all going to be worth it in the end. Now, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can be a part of the Myi Mob, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.